We are set to win a massive pot here. We just need to dodge a queen or a 10. One time, no queen, no 10! Let's go! What's up, everyone? Welcome to the very first episode of the vlog. Today, we're headed to Maryland Live Casino to jump into a 1-3 no limit hold'em cash game. This vlog is about real hands, real money, and real thought process. Alright, let's get inside, find the seat, and get this session started.
Straddle 6.
We're starting things off in the cutoff. Literally the first hand of the session, I get 7-5 of diamonds. And you know I gotta raise it to 20 bucks.
20.
Both the small blind and the straddle calls, so we're 3 ways to a flop, and the pot is over $60. Flop comes 10, 7, 5 rainbow, and we just flopped 2 pair on these guys. Both players check, so we go ahead and make a bet for $40.
40.
Small blind folds, and the straddle calls, so we are off to a turn, which brings the queen of hearts. It does bring a flush draw, but doesn't really change much. The straddle checks again, and we lead out for $80, hoping for a call here. He thinks for a bit, then he calls! We are set to win a massive pot here. We just need to dodge a queen or a 10. One time, no queen, no 10! And the river is a 10. Now our 2 pair has turned into 3 pair, and we lose pretty much everything. It's time to just check this down and get the showdown. And he shows King 7 offsuit for the win. That was an unfortunate river, but that's just how poker works. Sometimes you build up the pot nice and big, then get beat at the very end. By the way, I also run a small private online game for players who watch the vlog. More on that later if you're interested. The straddle is on again, and we pick up ace king in the cutoff. There's 2 callers in front of us, so we bump it up to $30. Just the hijack calls, so we're heads up to the flop, which comes deuce, queen, deuce. We both check, and the turn comes at 6. The hijack decides to bet $45. We have ace king, we have 2 overcards. We aren't going anywhere, so let's put in the call. The pot's starting to get big now, and river comes a bink king, just the card we were looking for. And to our delight, the hijack continues for another 50. We only have another 234 in our stack, so we might as well go all in. And unfortunately, the hijack folds fairly quickly. Either way, we win a decently sized pot. For the next hand, the straddle is on once again, and we pick up ace 6 of hearts in middle position and raise to 20. And to my surprise, we get 4 callers. So this pot is already over 100 bucks. The flop comes jack 8-4 with 2 diamonds. All we have is a backdoor flush draw, so not really much of anything. We check to the low jack, and he bets out 55. Everyone folds, and the low jack takes down the pot. We pick up ace 10 under the gun and raise to $12. The hijack and the big blind both call, so we are 3 ways to a flop of 9-9 queen rainbow. The flop checks through, and the turn comes a 10. Now we have second pair top kicker, and it's time for us to bet out 20. Just the hijack calls, and we're off to a river, which brings a 5. And it goes check, check. It's showdown time, and the hijack shows us pocket jacks, so he's gonna take this one down. In this hand, we are in the big blind and get ace 9 of spades. There's 3 callers, so we raise to 22. Only the button calls. The flop comes jack 10 deuce rainbow, and we just flopped nothing again. But that doesn't matter because we are going to bet out 30, and the button folds. We just took down a pot without hitting anything. Woohoo! We get 6-5 of diamonds in middle position, and there's 1 caller in front of us. We make it a standard $15. Our friend on the button calls, and the small blind makes the call. Flop comes 6-9 king with 2 hearts. We flop bottom pair and a dream. Small blind checks to us, and we bet out $25. Both players fold, and we take down a nice sized pot. Next hand, we get King Queen under the gun +1, and we raise to 15 after one caller. 3 players call the 15, and the flop comes King Queen Jack. That's what I'm talking about. We just flopped top 2 pair in this multi-way pot. And to make things even sweeter, the big blind bets 15, and under the gun goes all in for 126. We're just sitting here with top 2 pair, so of course we're going to call this. The other 2 players fold, and now we have a big pot brewing. Turn is a 5, and the river brings a disgusting 10 of diamonds. We certainly lost this pot now, guys. Under the gun shows 10-9 for a flop straight, and we lose a huge pot here. The straddle is back again. We pick up 9-8 in the cutoff, and we are feeling frisky, so let's open it to 20. Our friend in the straddle is the only caller, and we are off to the flop that comes Queen 10 Jack. We just flop the straight. We're so excited, we start reaching for chips, and the straddle folds immediately before we can even do anything. That's unfortunate because we are never going to flop a straight again. In the next hand, we're in the hijack and get pocket 8s, the good old snowman. There's one caller in front of us, and we raise to 15. The big blind and under the gun +1 call. Flop comes King 6 Queen Rainbow, and everyone checks it through. Turn comes a jack, and it checks through again. River is a 4, and it checks through once again. We show down, and under the gun +1 shows King 3 suited for top pair. Not a very exciting hand, but that's how it goes sometimes. Now it's time for an exciting hand. We pick up pocket kings under the gun and raise to 15. Our friend is on the button now, and he calls us again. Flop comes Queen 3. Not a bad flop for pocket kings, so we lead out 20.
That's the flop?
And the button questions whether or not that's a real flop. Then he quickly folds. Next hand, we get 9-7 in the big blind, and the button raises to 11. The small blind calls, and I call as well. Going to a flop with 3 players, and it comes 3-10-7 rainbow. The small blind checks to me, and I bet $15, hoping to take it down right here. But unfortunately for us, both players call. Turn is an offsuit 4, and it checks through. River brings a 5, and the small blind bets $50, so we quickly fold and move on to the next hand. In this hand, we pick up King Jack in the small blind. Our friend is in the cutoff, and now he raises to $10 after one person called. The button calls, and now is on us. We want to play a big pot here, so we aren't just going to call. We decide to re-raise to $50. It folds to our friend in the cutoff, and he is a bit confused about our raise.
Was that a bet or actually?
Bet, yeah, raise.
He decided to call the 50. The button folds, and we are heads up to the flop. And it comes Deuce 5 Jack with 2 spades. This is probably one of the best flops we can hope for after making it 50 pre-flop. We bet out $75, hoping for a call from our friend, and he does just that and throws in the 75. The turn brings a queen, which is definitely not a card that I wanted to see. Now, there's an overcard to our pair jacks, and there's no sense in betting this one again. So we check, hoping that our opponent does something crazy. And he does exactly that because he just goes all in. I was so excited to hear those words, I didn't even care how much it was. We are going to snap call this bet. The dealer tells me it's $228, so we are going to throw that in and run it. The river is an offsuit 4, and the cutoff shows ace-10 offsuit for a missed straight draw? Anyway, we take it down with our king-jack. This is by far the biggest hand of the night with over $700 in the pot. This pot was huge, and it was all pushed our way. We are rich now, guys. Let's go! If you've made it this far, you're clearly into poker, so here's something cool. I run a private online poker club for vlog viewers. It's invite only, a chill atmosphere, solid action, and friendly competition. Head on over to my website, ChrisPokerVlog.com, and sign up. Links in the description below, or DM me on Instagram at ChrisPokerVlog. I hope to see you in there. Wrapping up the session, literally the next hand, we're on the button with Queen 9 of spades. There's 3 callers in front of us, and we raise to 20. Our friend is under the gun +1 now, and of course he's gonna come along for the ride for 20 bucks. We have another customer in the cutoff calling the 20 as well, and the flop comes 4 ace 3 with 2 spades. Probably one of the best flops we could have gotten with Queen 9 of spades. Both players check to us, and we bet out 30. Both players fold, and we are now done with this grueling session. After a solid grind, we're locking up a nice win today. We made some tough decisions, took some bad beats, and got lucky in a couple hands. In total, we were in the game for $600, cashing out for $800. So a nice $200 profit. Not a bad start to the vlog series. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this ride, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment with your favorite hand from the session.